Good morning, Year 10s. This is the last lesson of content from this whole topic. So tomorrow I'll get you guys to do a revision activity. But today's exercise builds on from yesterday's quadratic formula lesson. So far we have learnt different methods to find the x-intercepts, such as factorising and using the null factor law, completing the square, and then yesterday applying the quadratic formula. So this is what we're going to look at today. To find the x-intercepts using quadratic formula, remember it gives us two answers. So the one with the plus in it, that'll be this intercept up here, and the one with the minus in it, that'll be this intercept here. You'll remember how to find the y-intercept, which is here. So to find the y-intercept, we let x equal 0 and then we solve for y. So to find the turning point, which is here, its coordinates, the first thing we need to do is find the x coordinate, and we use this formula here, minus b divided by 2a. The values for a and b should already be stated at the start when you're doing the quadratic formula. Then to find the y coordinate, we substitute the x value we've just found out back into the equation. Let's have a go finding the turning point from this equation here. First thing we need to do is state the values of a, b and c. So a equals 3, b equals -6 and c equals 5. So to find the turning point at coordinates x, y, the first step to find the x coordinate is to use the formula -b over 2a. Then I substitute in the values that I've already written up the top. So the value of b, so we've got negative, and the value of b we've got -6. Just substituting them in, and then over 2, and the value of a we've stated as 3. Now I just work this out. So I've got on the top line -6, so that's just a +6, over 2 times 3, which is 6, and then 6 divided by 6 equals 1. So that's my x coordinate. My next step, to get the y coordinate, I need to sub x equals 1 back into the equation. So in my equation up the top, I'll have y equals 3, and then I'm subbing in x as 1. So I've got 1 squared minus 6, subbing in the 1 again, plus 5. So now I just work that out. So 1 squared is just 1, so 3 times 1 is 3, minus 6 times 1, which is 6, plus 5. So y equals 3 minus 6 is -3, plus 5 is 2. So therefore, my coordinate of the turning point is at 1, 2. Let's have a go sketching this quadratic. First thing to do is state the values of a, b and c. So a equals 2, b equals 4, and c equals -3. Now I'm going to find the x-intercepts first. So to find the x-intercepts, I use the quadratic formula. So x equals minus b plus minus square root b squared minus 4 times a times c over 2 times a. Now I just substitute in my values of a, b and c. So I've got negative, and b is 4, plus minus So I've got under here 4 squared minus 4. A is 2 and C is negative 3 over 2, 2. Now I just work out what this all equals. So I've got negative 4 plus minus. Then I've got 4 squared, which is 16. And then I've got negative 4 times 2, which is 8. And then times negative 3. So negative 8 times negative 3, that's positive 24 over 2 times 2, which is 4. So x equals negative 4 plus minus 16 plus 24 is 40 over 4. So therefore, my 2x intercepts I've got are, let's put the therefore symbol, x equals negative 4 plus square root 40 on 4, or x equals negative 4 minus square root 40 on 4. So you might be thinking, like, how am I going to sketch those x-intercepts? It's not nice numbers we're dealing with, so just pop it in the calculator. So if you put it in the calculator, that will give us x equals 0.58 or x equals negative 2.58. So if I was sketching them on the graph, I would have one here at negative 2.58 and one here at 0.58. Alright, on the next slide, I'll show you how to work out the turning point and the y-intercept. Let's find our y-intercept next. So to find the y-intercept, I let x equals 0. So in our equation, we've got y equals 2, and we're subbing in x as 0 squared plus 4x, which is 0, minus 3. And I just work out what that equals. So 2 times 0 squared is 0. 4 times 0 is 0, minus 3. So y equals negative 3. That's my y-intercept. Then to find the turning point, it's at the coordinate x, y. The first step, to find the x coordinate, I use the formula minus b over 2a. So I've got minus, and in this case b was 4, over 2, and a is 2. And just work out what that equals. So I've got on the top line negative 4, and on the bottom line 2 times 2, which is 4. Negative 4 divided by 4 is negative 1. So now I've got the x coordinate. To find the y coordinate, I sub x equals negative 1 into the equation. So we've got y equals 2 negative 1 squared plus 4 negative 1 minus 3. Y equals, so we've got 2 times negative 1 squared. So negative 1 squared is negative 1 times negative 1 is positive 1. So it's like 2 times 1, which is 2. And then 4 times negative 1 is negative 4 minus 3. So 2 minus 4 is negative 2, minus 3 is negative 5. So therefore, our turning point is at coordinates negative 1, negative 5. Let's put it all together to sketch it. So we worked out our x-intercepts first. One was at 0.58 and one was at negative 2.58. Our y-intercept was at negative 3 and our turning point was at negative 1, negative 5. And now I can just join these points into the shape of a parabola. Oh my god, so wonky. There we go. Okay, so I only want you to do 2 questions today. For each of these, you must find the x-intercepts by using the quadratic formula, the y-intercept by letting x equal 0, and then the turning point coordinates. Lastly, you will need to sketch it. I must see working out for all of these key features.